What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal, and I'm here with a segment I like to call Story Time. So for today's story, I'm gonna tell about the first fight that I actually got into my life. And to tell about the fight, we gotta go to the beginning. So of course, I'm in middle school, and just like any of you other middle schooler boys, what's the thing we're worried about most? Girls and friends' opinions of us. That's literally all we care about. And so, in middle school, I ain't gonna lie, your boy was a little bit of a player, you know what I'm saying? And what you want me to get your number? I call you on a house phone. I ain't have a cell phone at the time. Call you on a house phone, but number here, number there, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that big, but hey, your boy had a little bit of game back in middle school. I don't know what happened now. I have none left, but I must have used it all back then. But anyways, back to the story. And so, I'm talking to this girl. It's late afternoon. Probably we got out of school. Nephew's still baby. I think I'm walking around in his walker. Trying to recall this correctly. But I won't use people's real names in this story. So we'll call her Sarah. I'm talking to this girl named Sarah on the phone. And me and Sarah actually had a thing before. And so it was no biggie for me to be talking to her on the phone. She was actually with another dude now, though. And she was talking to your boy. That just let you know. But I'm talking to her, and she's telling me a little bit about this dude that she's with. And I'm like, man, he sound whack. Like, and then she says his name, and we'll say his name is James. So she said James, and literally the weekend before, I literally just met a guy named James, and I was like, James was about my height, kind of small. Like, wasn't nobody worried about James. Like, but she was talking about James. I was like, oh, like he's whack. I'll whoop James. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real. I'll whoop James. What you talking about? And so she was like, ooh, I'm gonna tell him. Tell James. I don't care. I will whoop, just like I told you, I will whoop James. She was like, all right, I'm about to go tell him. I was like, please, get off the phone with me right now. Call him in. And so, we get off the phone. A couple of days later, this James dude lets me know he wants to fight me. I'm like, what's up, James? Middle school, I'm a thug at this moment. I'm not scared. What you want to do? And I already seen James, so I'm like, James, I will whoop you. Like, you don't want this smoke. And so, a day or two goes by. I'm on computer. The days when you couldn't get on the phone and be on the computer at the same time. Unplug the phone so I get on the internet. I'm on MySpace. And James pop up in my messages. What you want from me, James? And so, talking about you trying to fight. And so, I got one of my bros over here. He's probably like the strongest bro that I hung out with growing up. Like, I guess most fear when it came to them hands. And we'll call him, I don't know, Barry. Trying to fight. Now, James, when I went to go look at his profile. This James wasn't that James. This James was a little bigger. He looked like he was more hood than me. I grew up in the hood, but I wasn't hood. It didn't look like he was hood. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, no, I don't want to fight anymore. But my dude standing right next to me, my bro sitting right next to me. What's the second thing we care about most? Our friends' opinions of. I couldn't let him think that I was scared. So I'm talking back, like, yeah, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And so, we're messaging back and forth. I'm like, let's set it up. And so I think we didn't really set up a date for the fight. I was, can't look scared in front of my bro, Barry. And so now Barry left. A lot of people don't know this part. Barry left. And we're messaging some more. I'm trying to get out of the fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to fight this man. But James wants to fight. So I'm like, I agree. All right, cool. I'll be there. Sure. And so we're at school one day. And one of my bros that lives close, he moved from Dallas, moved next door to me. We'll call him Farad. So Farad, I'm headed to the bus. School is over. I'm headed to the bus. Gonna go home. get on some more MySpace. But Farad's like, hey, bro, like, they want to meet over here. Let's go fight them. I was in my mind, of course, you know what I'm. No. Let me go to the bus. I want to go home. But this is my bro, my next door neighbor, basically, fam. So I'm like, where he at? You know, let's go meet him. Where he at? And so I got the crew of bros now. I got Barry, I got Farad, and I got let's say Dwayne and Terry. Dwayne and Terry. Barry, Farad, Dwayne, and Terry. We're all rocking, know what I'm saying? So we go meet them at this spot, not on school grounds, because ain't none of us trying to get in trouble. And so we get to the spot. They show up. Now, I'm in the 7th grade, but he's allegedly in the 6th grade. So he's coming from 6th grade center with his friend who's also allegedly in the 6th grade. So we'll call his friend Big Show. He was big. So we'll call him Big Show. So, you know, me and James walk up. We're standing right in front of each other. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, hey, can we just talk this out? Like, please. I don't want to. But you know, I'm not going to act scary in front of my bros. And so, you know, we're standing in front of each other. You see, trying to fight. Square, what's up? You know me, square up. Now, James, quick 1-2, hits me in the face. Hey, man, I don't know what y'all are thinking. Oh, he hit you with a 1-2? Like, what you, guys, this was a quick 1-2, like, very quick. You think he hit you with a 1-2? Like, what you do? Now, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think I did? Multiple choices. A, think I pieced Mary. You think I pieced James right back up. Hit him with B, you think I picked something up and hit James with it because I knew I was going to need to do that? C, you think I hollered at the bros? Hey, let's jump him. It's only 2 of them. Let's jump him. Or D, we'll say D, all of the above. And so, I'll give you some time to go ahead and decide. All right, well, if you picked any of those answers, you're wrong. The answer was E, none of the above. As soon as James hit me with that quickest 1-2, I said, hey, Roberto Duran, no mas. I couldn't do it anymore. And so I stopped. My lip, I didn't feel like the 1-2 didn't hurt. My lip was swole, but I was like, I knew that if I continued on longer, pain was coming. And so I backed out. Now my boy Farad that lived next door to me, and you know, the fight's over, they kind of start walking away. And my boy Farad was like, what's up? Know what I'm saying? No, fight me. I looked at my boy like, my guy. You are my guy. And so my boy Farad get out there, square up with him. You know, they fight. Farad hit him with a bang, bang, grab his, he's moving away. Farad grab his shirt. Come here, where you going? Bang, ripping his shirt up. All right, so then James comes out the shirt, guys. This is when I found out he's not a 6th grader. This man literally had an 8-pack. I may over exaggerate if it was a ripped 6-pack, if it was not an 8-pack. I said, no, there's no way he's in the 6th grade. We just don't develop like this. Who did y'all have me fighting? Like, so I had me fighting a ridiculous guy. And so, but that's all good. You know, so Farad beats him up. You know, he's still trying to fight, but Farad's like, nah, like, I already beat you up. Like, I'm done. And so he keeps yelling at us. Where he made his biggest mistake was he yelled at Barry, the most fierce one of us. And so he said, let's fight him. And Barry turned around and said, you talking to me? He said, yeah, what's up? And even in my head, I was like, James, this is a fight that you can't win. This is Barry. And so they come over. This is the funny part. Barry swings, misses, and falls on his butt. In my head, I'm like, no. So James jumps on him, and just like that, as soon as James jumps on him, Barry flips him, rolls over on top of him on the ground, and just bang, just beating his head. I'm like, yeah, get him, Barry, get him. In my head, I'm like, get him, Barry. And my friend, what did I say his name was? Terry. My friend Terry's in the back, like, get him. and what in our heads, of course, we're not saying this out loud, but and so then we all walk away. Remind you, his Big Show friend at no point ever steps in to help him out. No point, because Barry was that scary. But this is the story of my first ever fight. But this story time, I was like, let's do some story time. Let you guys know a little bit about me. So I'm gonna be doing this once a week. And before you leave, guys, do not forget to comment, like, and hit the subscribe with the notification bell beside it. It's your boy D. Out.